Hello everybody! Today for Sunday Funday, we're going to see how I draw a Boar Scout. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, so the idea is a Boy Scout, but it's a boar, right? So a Boar Scout. Does that make sense? Hope so. Okay, so I'm going to draw a boar, a boy boar. You know what? I explained it already. I don't know why I'm trying to explain it again. So there we are. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to, have some fun with it. Oh, do I need to give him a hat? Let's see. Maybe. They wear hats? Not all of them. I'm also looking at Boy Scout uniforms too to see if I need to give him something specific. Okay, and so now I just want to capture the look of a boar. Okay, that's gonna work. That's gonna work. Okay, because I just want to make sure that I captured the look right before I went too far. Because they've got a certain look to them, and I just want to make sure I had it right before I got the rest of it. Okay, so now I can draw. Let's see. We've got to give him some cheeks. There we go. So yeah, so now I can draw the rest of the detail, the suit. Okay, and so I'm gonna draw his little kerchief that hangs down. And I think because this is gonna be so quick, I mean, there's not much detail to them. I think I'm gonna do something a little more fun too, like give him like a little campfire or something, I'm gonna have his hand up too, and I think I was trying to decide, because I did it for the cat when I did a cat scout, if I should do like a real hands or animal hands, like paws, so I think there you go. Let's do the real hand. That way we can do the little Boy Scout salute. There you go. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so now let me draw him he's just standing there, standing at attention. I'm gonna draw him his little shorts and his little legs. And we'll give him like little hiking boots. Like that. And draw an arm. Little fingers. So sorry if I'm going quiet, kind of concentrating on where I'm going to take him. What we're going to do And that should work for that. Okay, so let's build a little fire here. We're gonna draw some logs. Just something simple like that, nothing too crazy. Just his little, you know, camping fire. Okay, I think that's about it. Let's erase some of these lines, and then we'll switch over to Sharpie. I did a lot of sketch lines, and that's how I like to work. I like to, you know, I know where I'm going, I know what I want to see, and I throw a lot of sketch lines down until it gets me there. And so, because I want the Sharpie to stand out, I'm erasing a lot of the sketch and leaving the confidence lines. That's what I call them. So as I got more confident, my lines got darker, got heavier, and that's what's left over, because those are harder to erase than the quick sketch lines. And for me, I'm doing this because I want the Sharpie to stand out, not the pencils. If you're working with pencils, you just start drawing darker. You don't have to erase. Okay, so I think that's about it. I say we welcome everybody that skipped. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be working with the Sharpie fine point and the Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point and can find the things that a fine point can't quite find. So, I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the lighter lines, and what's left is a small little ghost of an image that can follow along with my Sharpies. So I'm going to do some finer detail first and add the tiny detail with the Sharpie pen because I can control the line widths much better. So I'm going to start with the eyeballs and see if I got them in the right spot and build from there. So I'm going to draw the top of the lids coming down like this. Looking good. I'm going to give him some retinas, some retinas, you can tell I'm from Texas, some retinas, and draw some pupils, the black part. Retinas are the color, pupils are the black part, and looks good. And normally I don't draw the bottom of the eye, but it's big enough. Normally we're working with a tiny little head. This is big enough that I can add some detail, so I'm going to go ahead and add the bottom of the eye. Even though it did kind of disappear, the whiteness of it, that's okay. No big deal. We're just gonna play around with what we got. I'm gonna add kind of like a fur look to it. That'll give him kind of a brow. And then the bottom edge of the eye, like that. And I think that's all I'm gonna do for the detail of the eye. I think color should take care of a lot of that. So, let's try to switch over to the big Sharpie and see what happens, or the Sharpie fine point. And so now that I've got that defined, I can define the nose. Something like that. Draw some nostrils, like that. I guess I'll go ahead and draw the bottom of it too. I mean, it's gotta have an edge. And his little teeth that come out on the side, we're gonna do like this. Okay, and this one's going to come up this way. Go back under into his mouth. And so now I can draw his little cheeks, and we'll give him a bottom lip, a little chubby chin. And now when I draw the rest of the face, I'm going to draw like fur. You know, like it's not going to be a straight line. It's going to be, or a simple line. It's going to have some fuzz to it, you know? Like that. Nothing too crazy, but enough to show that it's fur. And I'll probably come back with a smaller Sharpie and add a little extra on that too. So the ears, they're going to come around. They're going to be super fuzzy too. And again, I've already sketched it out, so I'm kind of following my sketch. I'm not just drawing simple lines. I know where I was going with this. And let's see, let's give him some hair. A little bit of a whippy messed up hair, you know, because he's out in the forest right now. He doesn't have his comb, but that's okay. So let me add little extra fine lines with this Sharpie just to give it a little bit of of fun, you know, because we can add a little extra detail with the face. Because these Sharpies can control, you can control the line widths a lot better than the big fat Sharpie. Even though it's called a Sharpie fine point, it wasn't made for something this fine, you know. And remember, I'm just drawing some silly little lines in here for fur. You don't have to draw like I'm drawing. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. I'm just here just to help you out and maybe give you some ideas of where you can take it. So, you know, make this your own. All right. Okay. How's yours coming along? Awesome. Okay, so I think that's it for the fur that I want to do. Color can do the rest and make it nice and pretty for us. So, let's do this though. Let's make his eyes stand out. Let's make that a little darker. Like that. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to draw his outfit now, which is pretty much just, you know, okay, I guess I didn't explain that either. This is like a Boy Scout. That's the whole idea. That's where I was going with this. So boy, boar, ha ha ha. So I'm gonna draw a Boy Scout uniform basically now. So I'm gonna have his little kerchief tied up like this. I'm just kind of hanging down here. Then going up into his collar. Like that. Draw the collar of his shirt. And he's got this arm up in the Boy Scout. Oh, I can't even do that. My hands just don't bend like that. The Boy Scout, you know, 3 fingers salute. So I'm gonna raise this shoulder up a little bit, so a little bit of creases and folds from where the stress on his shirt is. Coming up here. Then I'm gonna bring it down into his belt right there. And we're gonna add some creases and folds. And I talked about this in the sketch, that I gave him human arms. I wasn't going to. I was trying to decide whether I'm going to keep him like boar features. But I think for the Boar Scout, for the 3 fingers Boy Scout salute, he kind of needs it, right? Okay. Alright, so we're going to draw the arm up to the wrist. We'll draw the other side here so you know where we are. Like that. So I can draw his hand. Thumb kind of over into the pinky. We're going to draw this finger up. Middle finger higher. Ring finger a little bit lower. And then a pinky tucked in. Okay. So let's go ahead and just add a little bit of, you know, a little bit of detail to kind of show that it's a hand, and it's got stressed with the finger bent in like that. So we're just adding a little bit of fun and detail and making it come alive. Okay. There we go. All right, so the rest of him is just kind of standing at salute. So his shoulders coming down here to his sleeve, tucked in like that, and then into his belt, into his pants. I'm just gonna draw a simple buckle like that. Come over here, close it off because we're gonna draw a belt loop like that. Okay, so I'm going to come back and draw like pants, the top half, like that, okay? And so now, again, it's just his shorts, nothing crazy. And let me draw his hand first, because that's kind of in front of the shorts. So I'm going to draw his arm coming down here like this, the forearm to the hand, and the hand is just hanging down. Not doing anything crazy. There we go. So now I can draw the other side of his shorts here. I just didn't want to draw through each other. You know what I mean? So let's draw his legs into his socks. I'm going to give him like hiking boots because he's out in nature. And we'll go ahead and draw like some laces there. Same thing over here. Hiking boots, foot off to a different angle. Like that. Same thing, draw some laces. Normally I don't, but we got to give him a little bit of extra detail since, you know, it's going to be so quick. Let me add some extra detail with this fine Sharpie that I couldn't add with the big Sharpie. Because as much as it's called a fine point, like I said, there's only so much detail we can put in with that. We'll give him a couple of pockets. And let's see, what else? Wrinkle up his socks. Oh, I forgot to add the tread on this one. So I'll go ahead and do it now. There we go. Okay, and the last thing I was going to do, I was talking about this. I'm going to put some logs on fire. He's out in the woods. All right. Okay, so we're just going to do, and we're going to make the middle ones disappear. So watch this. Here's what we're going to do. This first one's in front. We're going to do the roundness of the edge. And we're going to draw, let's draw, okay, so there's one edge, like that. It's going up. And because it's a tree, let's draw a limb on it. So the old cartoonish limb coming up like that. It's cut off, coming down into the edge. So there you go. Make it a little more like wood, you know? And so this one's going to be underneath. So same thing, we're going to draw that edge. Bring it in like this. We'll add some extra detail in a second. Just hang on. And we'll say there's another one over here that's kind of over it like that. And this one we'll start to add with the flames. So as it's coming up, it's going to disappear a little bit. So we're going to do something like that. Okay? So, since it's on fire, let's do some cartoonish spiraling for the wood, like that. And let's go ahead and add a little bit of, not much, because I want color to do more, a little bit of bark, just to, you know, make it come alive. And again, that should probably be done with color too, but I want to give you something to draw. Okay, so let's draw some flames. And so I'm going to make this on fire. And I'm just kind of making this up, you know, so don't worry about if yours doesn't look exactly like this. I'm just playing with the typical fire look of what a flame would look like. There we go. And we'll let color add more to that. Color will make it fire. So there you go. I say we do that. Let's take care of the rest with color. So that, for Sunday Funday, is a Boar Scout. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.